All right, what is up? One last race to determine it all for the NASCAR Cup Series Championship. So let's jump into the numbers right quick and let's see who's going to win the race. And then we'll see, of course, who is going to win the championship. Best average finish since February of 2020, according to driveraverages.com. 5.3 for Joey Logano, 5.6 for Kevin Harvick, 8.5 for Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson in the race. Ryan Blaney, 9.3. Chase Elliott, 9.5. Clint Boyer, 9.5. Kyle Busch, 9.7. Kyle Larson, 9.8. William Byron, 9.9. Josh Berry, 10.0. Hamlin, 10.6. Kurt Busch, 10.8. Matt DiBenedetto, Chase Briscoe, next driver that's actually in the race, 13.8. Ross Chastain, 14.2. Seabell, 14.4. And Brad Keselowski, new father to a baby boy, 14. New baby boy has been a father for a while, I guess I should say. Yeah, 14.7. Let's go to previous winners. Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Kyle Larson, and Chase Elliott. So looking like you got two Penske wins there. You've got one Joe Gibbs Racing win there, one Stewart Haas Racing win. So just a good mix, really. And then the rest of them are Hendrick wins. So a good mix between manufacturers there. William Byron, of course, won it previously. Top fives, four apiece for Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney. So once again, lean into the Penske deal there. And then top tens, Kevin Harvick with 7, Ryan Blaney with 6. William Byron with 5. Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson also have 5, as well as Joey Logano. So once again, you're seeing, and Christopher Bell has 4 top 10. So throw a blanket over them as far as the championship chase goes. But looking like for as far as a race win, Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano looking good there. And, of course, Ryan Blaney being in the Penske camp. But let's go to laps led. 5:19 for Joey Logano, 3:90 for Chase Elliott, 3:21. And, I mean, also Hendrick, several wins as well. So Hendrick's in there as well. 3:21 for Ryan Blaney, 3:13 for Kyle Larson, 1:47 for Truex, 1:18 for Bad Brad, Chase Briscoe, 1:12, and 1:04 Kevin Harvick. The only driver the only driver left over 100 laps led. 76 for William Byron, first driver under 100 laps led. All right, now let's go to the infamous drivers' averages power ranking. And Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott is actually your highest ranked power ranking driver here, followed by Joey Logano, then Kevin Harvick, then Kyle Larson, then Ryan Blaney, and then you got William Byron. So there you go. 1, 2, 3. Your three of your 4 championship contenders, Blaney, Larson, and Byron, are all either 98, 105, or 108 in the power rankings. If you saw the preview, the preview video I made, you already know all this. So those guys are definitely going to be your favorites. And then Christopher Bell has an 83 power ranking to William Byron's 98, 105 for Blaney, and 108 for Kyle Larson. So as far as the race win goes, you're either going to go Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, or Kevin Harvick. That's going to be who you pick for the race win. But as far as the championship goes, throw a blanket over them, man. They're all so close. But like I said, your top 3 are going to have to be Larson, Blaney, and Byron. And the numbers are just so close, it's hard to pick. But if you just go strictly by the numbers, it's going to be Kyle Larson. If you go by practice speeds, you're either going to go with either Ryan Blaney or William Byron, depending on the qualifying and practice numbers you look at. But glad I don't have to make these decisions, but you know who does? That would be, of course, BetMGM. And why does it keep doing this? It's so annoying. There we go. BetMGM has got Kyle Larson as your favorite at plus 290, plus 325. This is for the race win. Plus 325 for Ryan Blaney, plus 340 for William Byron, and plus 450 for Christopher Bell, plus 700 for Kevin Harvick. That's not a bad pick. Plus 1,400 for Martin Truex Jr., 1,800 Denny Hamlin, 2,000 for Chastain and Gibbs. And then Joey Logano is going to be plus 2,500. Chris Buescher plus 3,000. And Kyle Busch is going to be plus 4,000. At one point, he was the fastest driver in practice when I was looking at it live before the practice ended. So I think somebody surpassed him by then. But and the championship winner is going to be, if you're picking the championship winner, BetMGM, plus 190 for Kyle Larson, plus 240 for Ryan Blaney, plus 250 for William Byron, and plus 400 So if you want to take the underdog for the championship, plus 400 for Christopher Bell, if you're feeling that for entertainment purposes only. All right, let's get into the live chat and see what you guys want to talk about. There's a poll question up. The poll question up is simple enough. Simple enough, of course. It is going to be who wins. So who wins the championship? All right, let's jump into it real quick. I'm just going to. Oh man, you guys got going early. Got going early here. So let's see. Charlotte says, I'm hoping Blaney pulls it off, but this is still a Ford championship weekend. So, yeah, Ford, if Ryan Blaney can win, that would be a Ford sweep. Hamlin sucks, says Jamie Schweitzer. Can't believe the poll thinks Blaney will take it over Larson. I can see Byron backing into it somehow, says one wise guy. Well, you got a 25% chance of being right either way. 50% chance if you just say Hendrick's going to win it. Hello, race fans, says Jenna Allison. What's up, Jenna? Good to see you. Gina, good to see you here today. 11:30 daylights or standard time, says Sunny V. Well, we gained an hour, right? So 12:30 was 12:30 Eastern Standard. Go Rowdy, says Jenna Allison. In the next gen era, Blaney has the stats at Phoenix just to justify the polling results. And if he shows up with the speed again, Larson will Larson his way into the wall and try to get more out of the car. It's what he does. Yeah, even the championship he won, he did touch the wall that year. So there you go. How cool would it be for Harvick to win? So Sunny V, yeah. So we actually did a poll on it last night, and that's actually what more people want. They don't even care who wins the title. According to that poll, they just want Kevin Harvick 60-something%, if I remember correctly. I just want Harvick to win, and they could care less who wins the title because that's just going to make the better story. Hi, Napa, Bumblebee, and BB. You guys have a mediocre season. Had a mediocre season. Made a mediocre season very entertaining, says Jamie Schweitzer. I can't read today. What's up, BB? What's up in between the lanes? Last NASCAR Sunday of 2023. Yep, it is the end of the season, but we'll keep it going here all year round. What's up in between the lanes, says Jamie Schweitzer. FS1 has race day on, so if you want to check out race day, that is on FS1. Jamie Schweitzer, everything as well. Thank you for asking, says in between the lanes. Watching KC try to blow a 21-point lead right now, says Mark Barnum on the NFL channel. I'm watching the game too. Missed the first half, 21-0 Chiefs. My team plays Monday night, says in between the lanes. So there you go. Fantasy football season in full effect. Regular football season in full effect as well. What a finish to the Xfinity race last night, says Mark Barnum. Yeah, it was a great race. That final run, I was like, man, I thought he was going to be in trouble when they went 3 wide, and he was basically in third, but he kept his head about him. Congratulations to Cole Custer. Great win. He's gotten a lot of criticism since last year and even the beginning of this year, but he goes out and does what he needs to do to win a championship under that format. All I ask is Christopher Bell, please keep it in the game today. I'm down the count 0-2. Talking about picking the Toyota sweep earlier for in between the lanes. That's all right. You made a bold pick. It didn't go your way, but at least you put it out there. I got respect for that. Hopefully today's race will be exciting, but not a revenge payback wreck fest like the truck race. Says Gina, yeah, I agree. I don't think it will be. There was enough Cup drivers that spoke out about how terrible that truck race was. I don't think we'll see anything like that today, but there's always a chance. Custer championship was deserved. I'm just bummed for Sam and Justin. Yeah, they had sort of a long run car, and they never, even though they had long run cars, they never had enough track position to run down the 00 the second half of the race. At least I'm rooting for Bell Stevens combo, says Gina. Stewart let them have it in the press conference last night. Yeah, talking about the trucks. Yeah, he lit into them. Very happy for Cole Custer. I appreciate Custer winning cleanly last night. I love Stewart interviews when he's all fired up. He's funny. Same with Rowdy. I agree. They let it rip. Jonathan Tony, I've been with Haas for 20 years. Glad to see him get a championship, says Mark. That's a good point too. I would drink a cold one with Ben Rhodes, says in between lanes. Something to build with on the Cup side. For sure, a silver lining for the SHR boys. Hiya, folks. Hoping Blaney, but I think Larson and Byron are going to get the win here, says Shy. It's alive, says one wise guy. Stone Cold stuns the field. John Hunter Nemechek sits when he when he uses the bathroom, says Stu Putty. Oh, yeah, so we do have a Discord, the Baloney Stand. If you're looking for that, the link is up there. You might have to scroll up, but one wise guy posted the link. So if you want to check that out, it is definitely up and running. The Discord, of course, is always fun. So let's see here. Got to agree with BB. Xfinity Series is more. Oh, and we've got Glockopus is out there in those streets of Phoenix, Arizona. getting pictures and stuff. So check out the Discord if you want to see a behind the scenes with him. I gotta agree with BB. Xfinity Series is the most competitive, entertaining of the for sure. Thank God for the Xfinity Series. They've outclassed every other series in NASCAR so far the past 2 years, in my opinion. I'm just here to see if BB is as fast as Xfinity 10G. I don't know. I don't know. Not today, probably, but we do our best with the internets over here. Harvick is going to win. Hiya, fellas, says Roofer, and ladies, says Roofer. Harvick is going to win today. He owns this track, says Bruce Reed. For sure, he's really good here. If you go to all-time numbers, he is by far the best here. BB Earth 2, I bet MGM odds. They don't have the Earth 2 odds, but let's see here. I did forget to say who would probably finish last. I did talk about it on one of them. That is Fusion. That is not at all what I was trying to pull up. So there we go. Here we go. Let's see here. Thinking it was BJ McLeod, Josh Bilicki, Landon Castle, Zane Smith, Cody Ware, James Davison, Reed Sorensen, Joey Gates, JC Ghost, Anthony Alfredo, David Starr, Todd Gilliland, not to be confused with his father, David Gilliland. I just pulled a Rick Allen there. I'll respect Rick Allen. He gets too much hate too. So Brennan Poole, Todd Gilliland, Noah Gregson, Corey LaJoy. So Corey LaJoy, Harrison Burton, Justin Haley, Harrison Burton, Corey LaJoy, and BJ McLeod are going to be your top picks for who is going to finish last in this one. So choose wisely. I think BJ McLeod hasn't wrapped up for points, though. Friday was disappointing. Yesterday was satisfying. What will today bring, says one wise guy. That's the beauty of sports. You never know. It's either going to be good or bad. There probably will be no in-between with this race. Root for saying, what's up to Mark? Imagine if John Hunter Nemechek had returned the spear tackle to Custer last night. If Custer had roughed him up, says Charlotte. Yeah, that's true. But in that situation, Custer does get the last laugh, so he gets the championship out of the deal from Speargate. Howdy from the Great White North. Picked up my Big Hat Billy in the poll. I want Truex to win and cheer for him. Want Larson to win because he's your favorite, and mine is gone. Go Ross, go. So yeah, Ross actually has pretty good numbers here too. So he could play. He could be one of the randos that plays spoiler here. I guess gets the win while those other guys fight for a championship. One wise guy saying what's up to Roofer, OJ. Sonny V saying what's up to OJ Roofer, wise guy, and Robin Marks. What's up? One wise guy says Roofer. BB going to shotgun a Busch Light today for. I don't know about shotgun a full one. But I will be excited if he does lead some laps. That's for sure. I'll have to wait till after the race because I am going. We are going to do the post race, so I will wait for that particular situation to happen before any of the cold ones touch my lips for the off season. We do have a super chat down here. Let me scroll down here and get it. Let's see. Hopefully Harvick for the win and Blaney for the championship. Brickyard with the fist bump there. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely hoping Harvick wins, and that would be a super Ford sweep. Like there would be the Ford win for the race, then you would get Blaney with the championship, and then the other two championships with Coaster with Cole Coaster, Cole Custer, and Ben Rhodes. Why is my mouth not working today? So weird. Let's see here. Way far behind on the chat. Gonna have to speed it up. Howdy from the Great White North. I just read that one. Let's see here. What's up, Sonny? Says in between the lanes, Kyle Busch uses BetMGM for sure. So does AD, Austin Dillon. Chiefs hang, and for a little while, briefly, there was Tyler Reddick using BetMGM. Chiefs hang on to beat the Dolphins. Says in between the lanes, wasn't that the cleanest truck race ever? Says William Wagman. Yeah, people were so excited about that truck race. They want to see more like that. BB, you going to drink a bottle of wine or Jack Daniels to celebrate the NASCAR season today? Not today, but there will be a point in time where we celebrate the ending of the season. I'm going to do some couple of batch videos, just some general stuff that I always do at the end of the season. So that's going to give me at least a 3-day gap. I hate daylight saving. Scream. It hurts people and deer and accidents. And I want Harvick to win. There's definitely a lot of deer out right now because it is definitely hunting season. Happy Kevin Harvick for the win, says William. Yeah, he's got good numbers for sure. BB, after watching the late night truck race Friday, did you turn it off with a big smile on your face? Happy and proud of the 75th. Yeah, I was. I don't know if you've seen the video, but there's video evidence of exactly how excited I was about that truck race. Wasn't even mad, just disappointed. Moulton had to be happy with the Custer win. Yeah, Moulton Rage. He is completely stoked. He's been waiting a very long time to justify Cole Custer. He defended him for a long time, caught a lot of crap for it, but he definitely is on cloud nine today, ready for the Toyota and Burger King commercials. I'm ready for the Burger King commercials. One night and one more time for the Burger King commercials and the Toyota commercial. I'll tell you what else, though. They got a Lululemon's commercial out, and it's got Casey Neistat, DK Metcalf, and Wayne Gretzky in it, and I'm here for it because I'm a big Casey Neistat. He's a huge YouTuber, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But there's actually a YouTuber in a commercial, one of the YouTubers I watched growing up, and he's that's really awesome. Glocko, he actually had a TV show, but then he had a YouTube channel. I don't know if you've never heard of him. He's one of the bigger YouTubers of all time. Glock on the beat says, one wise guy, do you think the fan car was a good idea besides bringing in funding? I do like the idea of a fan car. I'm a huge supporter of that because it gives race fans an opportunity to be on a race car that would never otherwise have that chance. And most of the time, you can buy the diecast. So you can buy the diecast of your name being on the deck lid or wherever it's at on the car. So I'm a big fan of that. I really like the way Eric Estep did it, where basically to get your name on the car, you bought the diecast. That way it guaranteed they made the diecast, and the people that had their name on the car basically got a diecast for putting their name on the car. So I was a big fan of how that went about. I want to turn the race off every time someone says as fast as Xfinity 10G. I'm with you there, Charlotte. It's so cringy. I get plug-in sponsors, but half the heckin' program is scripted sponsor reads at this point. Yeah, it's especially if they do it while drinking a Coke. Like that's as sponsory as you can get. Elite, what's up, my friend? What's up, BB? If Larson wins the championship today, I'm going to be happy, but it's got to hit me really quick. That wasn't the best year, at least with his 21 title. It was clear deserved title. Yeah, him and I think it was Kyle Busch, and there's one other person, Martin Truex Jr. I think him, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch have been the only people to pull what I call the trifecta. Won the most races, had the best the best regular season type points or whatever, and won the championship. So kudos to them. But I think that's the only three off the top of my head. I'm probably wrong. There's probably somebody else. So Charlotte, you got to realize Cole Custer is a lot bigger than Nemechek. Says Bumblebee. Yeah, Cole Custer is built like a linebacker. John Hunter Nemechek is built like a John Hunter Nemechek. I want to let's see here. I want total chaos for all four. For all four of the drivers going for the championship wreck on lap one of your championship finishes 32nd. I think we will see at least 6 non-stage ending caution flags, says Jamie Schweitzer. How do you make the Truck Series better with the drivers in the series? You got to sprinkle in some more veterans. You got to get some more people in there that actually know what they're doing, not some people that came up just wrecking people because they're a pay driver. Did you catch Stewart going off on the reporter asking if he was selling the charter? I haven't seen that yet, but I know he's not selling the charter. I don't know why people keep pressing that. There's no substance to it. Whoever started it, I don't know. I don't know why they started it. Blaney to win for the Ford undeserving full season championship sweep. Byron on pole though, says Napa Racing fan. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. I think it's just going to be a good one. If you remember the race earlier this year, I think it's going to be just as good. If they insist on the entertainment focused angle, stop with the cheesy sponsor stuff. I'll only tolerate that if the race goes back to speaking for itself without gimmicks, says Charlotte. Yeah, they're it's just all about, it seems to me it's all about lining the front office's pockets more than racing anymore these days. Ben Rhodes drives a Kubota tractor to the office, says in between the lanes. For sure. The Kubota commercials are pretty good. They just don't run them as much. Watched that fan-controlled stream for JJ Yaley's car last night. Fun fact, last good finish that 08 car had was Deegan last year at Vegas with Jonathan Toney as her crew chief. That is a fact. As Larry Mack would say, it's time to pull those straps down tight one more time. My final 4 race picks at the beginning of the year was both Kyle's, Kevin Christopher. I'm saying clutch with Bell, says Matt Hunter. So there you go. Those are Matt Hunter's picks. Hard to go wrong with anybody in the Final Four today. May I just say, from a fashion standpoint, that color is great on you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Gina. I watched a YouTube. It's hard to find a red Kyle Larson shirt that's not like just Valvoline. So this was when they had this throwback. I was like, I got to get that one. I watched a YouTuber lose his mind over the truck race. Too funny. The outrage is good. Maybe it helped keep the race last night cleaner. The Cup guys have chimed in about clean racing. Let's go. Let's see today. Yeah, for sure. They chimed in and talked about clean racing. Let's see if they follow up their words with their actions today. BB should have the championship finale at the Brickyard Road Course, says OJ and Toothpaste. That's what the fans crave, right? So that's maybe that's in the future. Gina, big DK Metcalf fan, so there you go. She actually pulls for DK Metcalf and whatever team he may play for. Fun fact for those who didn't know it. Should Custer be in the 10? I know he won't, but shouldn't he be in the 10 for 2024? I mean, it's hard to say. He's got a Cup Series win. He only got 2 seasons in the Cup Series. One he got a win, one he had a bad year, and then they sent him down, if I'm not mistaken. Or we need a new sponsor, says one wise guy. For sure, I agree with that. Xfinity needs to get off the faster than 10G. Y'all remember Nextel, says Gina. I do remember the Nextel era. I'm so glad I had. I'm so glad that Haley Deegan is out of the truck series, says William Wagaman. The Xfinity series where cars are as fast as 10G, says Napa Racing fan. Hey, BB, what's up, Burger Gang? And Go Blaney, says Cal Tiki. What's up, Cal Tiki? Good to see you on here, as always, my friend. BB, you going to the old pub today to watch the race and drink some Miller High Life, says OJ and Toothpaste. Not today. I live too far out to go to pubs anymore. It's too far of a drive back, so I can't. It's not within walking distance. I do miss the days when I lived in the city and it was within walking distance. So I just drink at home by myself like an adult now, or there's other words for that. Send Amarola to the truck series, says one wise guy. Did Brad's wife have the baby? Says William. Yeah, a little baby boy, William Wagaman. Brad Keselowski is a boy dad now. I'm with like dislike on this one. Final four need to wreck on lap 1. Anything to expose the garbage format as garbage. Well, I mean, the truck series was about the best argument you're ever going to have for this particular format not being great. So I think NASCAR has gotten an earful of feedback as far as that goes. Just wrapped up dinner. Wi-Fi is fast, and I'm here listening to BB talk about his favorite driver, 6-time winner William Byron, says say Kyle. So there you go. Enjoying his Euro vacation. Scotty doesn't know, Kyle. So there you go. Drink the absinthe and enjoy your man getting that dub today. In your opinion, so 25% chance you're right? And if you're a Hendrick fan, 50% chance you're right. Truck Series doesn't have a slogan with Craftsman sponsorship. It says in between the lanes. They do have the big Craftsman banner on top of the trucks. Unless you're a playoff driver, then it's cut in half. Any ideas who will be waving the green flag? I don't know. I hadn't looked into that today. I did see where it was going to be somebody, but it's not something it locked into my brain or whatever. So I'm not 100% sure who's going to be the flag waver today or who's going to be the honorary pace car rider. Let's see, is Hocevar in the 42 today? Yeah, I think so. Would be poetic if he interfered with the championship driving over his head, says Charlotte. I think he'll be on his best behavior. BB, what's better, Dairy Queen or Carl's Jr.? Dairy Queen all day. I'm a Dairy Queen. It's hard to beat ice cream. So Carl's Jr., they've got good burgers like the Monster Burger and the $6 burger. Pretty good effort from Carl's Jr. You can't go wrong with them. But I do like Dairy Queen's ice cream better. So that's the deciding factor. And although most people think Dairy Queen is a horrible fast food, I think it's fast food. And for fast food, I think it's decent. It's usually cheaper than Carl's Jr. too, or back when things were normal, it was. Yes, Brad Kez has a baby boy. Named him Bucky. So, all right, baby Bucky. There you go. Bucky Keselowski, old Buck. Hard fought day, just like the use of Craftsman tools, says in between the lanes. There you go. Anybody grilling or smoking today? I got baby backs going. BB on the last truck race remained me the most famous clip of Vince Lombardi coaching the Packers. What the hell's going on out there? So I don't know if you've ever seen that clip, but I just nailed it. 10 out of 10 acting. Sign me up. Put me in a movie. BB, do you have and I probably just deafened everybody listening with headphones. BB, do you have a dirt bike? I don't have a dirt bike. Too irresponsible for 2 wheels. Smoking, but not cigarillos, says Gina. Craftsman, Rex trucks are fixed here. Says say Kyle, I'm with you, Gina. Best thing NASCAR could do is make some penalties. Rules for rough driving, like the late models make contact and get sent to the rear. That got me thinking about some other like NFL stuff where the dude says NFL, that stands for not for long when you keep making calls like that. That was either like Jerry Glanville or somebody like that. I don't know. There's been a lot of good ones. Let's see. Vince Lombardi, I think's most famous quote though was winning is not everything. It's the only thing. And if you show me a good loser, I'll show you a loser. So Vince Lombardi was built a little bit different. Imagine if Hocevar cleaned out one of the championship 10 drivers today, BB, will people be upset? Oh, 100%. 100%. Like some people are probably, because there's a lot of people that don't like Hocevar. There are some people that are literally waiting for it. He has taken over Ross Chastain's spot from last year as a driver that triggers people, that is sort of new-ish to triggering people. Dairy Queen is on the same level as Sonic as far as food goes. So yeah, but their ice cream is so good, man. Like it's hard to beat their ice cream. Say Kyle LOL says in between the lanes, I enjoy videos of former DQ employees turning people's drinks upside down. Says Say Kyle. So there you go. I agree, BB, with the Dairy Queen. Says OJ and Toothpaste. No truth to my rumor, Bad Brad's kid being named Kyle Busch Keselowski. Says Jamie Schweitzer. We don't know for sure. We haven't seen the birth certificate, and I probably just got the yellow mark for that particular sentence in general. If you go back to the what was it, like 2012 election or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, we'll stay away from that 100%. I don't know. That was the first thing that popped in my head when I said that. So I don't know. It's not a gimmick. Says like dislike Dairy Queen versus Sonic. Dairy Queen, I would take Dairy Queen over Sonic. I've never had anything from Sonic that I liked. Proud sponsor of NASCAR. The Sonic slushes. I take that back. Sonic has a good slush. But everything else at Sonic I've ever had, just not a fan. Cool concept. Like you drive up to the drive-thru and they bring it to you. Just the execution of their food has never been great. They've even got good commercials with the two weirdos sitting in the car. That's good too. Nailed it, BB, says Sonny V. Steve says Charlotte Ander, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Says in between the lanes. No smoking. Got a pot of chili in the crock pot. Says Brian W. Oh, it is crock pot season. It is pretty chilly out here. So I'm with you on I got a 3-bean chili that I like to go with. No Fun League. Says in between the lanes. That's for sure. I've heard that one before as well. Jamie LOL, my brother would be so pissed. He hates KB but loves BK. Says Gina. It was Glanville to the ref, not for long. So yeah, it was Jerry Glanville. Jerry Glanville, one of the all-timers as far as personality goes. Ross needs to buy Carson a beer for taking the heat off of him. Says Say Kyle. That's a fact. BB, will Carson Hocevar have a clean season next year and get a couple of wins, or will he cause chaos? I don't know how good the equipment. I know they're going to be a bump up in equipment. Because I feel like Andretti Autosport is going to get involved. It's not official, but I feel like it's leaning toward that. I don't think Gamebridge comes on board if Andretti Autosport's not going to have partial ownership in that team at some point. That being said, I just don't know how good the equipment is going to be that next year. So if the equipment is good, I could see him getting a win. I think he'll have a mostly clean season. And I don't think he wrecks people on purpose, but he's just an aggressive driver. So I do think he is going to get into some people. So we'll have to see. DQ for ice cream. Whataburger for burgers, says Sonny V. So yeah, Whataburger has good burgers. But if I feel like people from Texas overestimate Whataburger. So it's one of those things. The same thing, like people from North Carolina, we overestimate Bojangles and Cookout. Like we make it better than it is. So I don't know. And I'm not saying you're from Texas. I'm just saying like Whataburger suffers from people from Texas talking about how good it is. They build it up too much. Same thing with people from California and In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger is really good, but it's so built up that people build it up in their head that when they bite it and eat it, it's like it's just it's just fast food. So I don't know. But yeah, all those restaurants are good. Bojangles, Carl's Jr., In-N-Out Burger, Whataburger, they're all good. Dairy Queen, definitely the best ice cream in the game, in my opinion. Let's see. Wilp, I love Wendy's. Memories with my dad. Wendy's and the Frosty, man. It's hard to beat, too. I like a Wendy's burger myself. As a kid, I'm like Square Burger. I love the Square Burger. It's good marketing. It is Carson's fault, says Mark Barnum. I mean, he started the chaos. There's no doubt about that. Racetrack food is better than Dairy Queen, says William Wagman. Depends on the racetrack, but I do agree with you. Pretzels from Sonic and chili Frito wraps are good. Chili Frito wraps are definitely good. I didn't even know they had them, but I didn't even know they had pretzels, so I have to check it out. Sonic food is like a school lunch cafeteria quality food, says OJ and Toothpaste. I can't stand either of those swarmy twerps from the Athletic who host the Teardown. I took great pleasure in seeing Smoke Skewer Jordan for his idiotic talk about charter statuses, says Matt Hunter. Yeah, it's if you talk about Tony Stewart, you better be ready for the smoke. It's ironic that his nickname is Smoke. So because if you talk about him and he doesn't like it and hears about it, he's gonna bring the smoke back because he's not scared. We'll put it to you that way. Best commercial is Little Caesars, where they give the one where they're skipping the pizza across the pond. Because it's accurate. The Little Caesars pizza, you literally could skip it across the pond. That's probably my least favorite place to eat at. Matt, you don't like Gluck, says one wise guy. One wise guy, that's a great smoking appetizer, says Jenna. BB, if Sonic wanted to do commercials with those two weirdos, would you do it? Of course. They're not weirdos in real life. They just play weirdos on TV. They're great actors. Breaking news, and I could just be myself because I'm a natural weirdo, so I wouldn't even have to act in that situation. Breaking news, HMS sucks. Says like BB Dairy Queen versus Culver's. I've never eaten at Culver's, not yet, so I can't make a reasonable argument one way or the other on that one. Kaltiki, my friend, what's up? Let's see, because we grew up with it, says Sunny V. That's true. I'd rather go to that's true on what you grow up with and what you think is an amazing restaurant. I agree with that 100%. Because people are still like, Popeyes is so good, and I'm like, man, Bojangles is so much better. But it's literally like 50-50 whether you like Popeyes or Bojangles better. I'd rather go to Buc-ee's. Says one wise guy. Buc-ee's is gaining some steam here recently, especially with the NASCAR community. There is the Discord if you want to join the Bologna Burger stand on Discord. We do have a Discord going. In-N-Out Burger, Rowdy is Rowdy's favorite place, says Jenna. It might be what's the place? It might be Cheddar's now. Cheddar's might be on that list now as well, I would have to say. But yeah, I like In-N-Out Burger. I'm just saying people hype it up so much, and then when you get it, you're like, oh, it's really good. But it like they made it sound like it was like a T-bone steak or something. But their sauce is what makes it, and you have to order it the right way. You have to get a double and all that stuff too. So be aware of that. They always give you a ton of fries. So also know that there's a lot of fries from In-N-Out Burger. If you order the fries there, you might not necessarily need a large. You have not had a pork tenderloin until you've had one from Iowa. I feel the exact same way about barbecue. Until you've had North Carolina barbecue, you haven't had barbecue. That's 100% just a regional bias. There's two different versions of North Carolina barbecue, so you have to get the vinegar-based and not the red from Lexington and beyond. So happy to hear you say keep these videos going all year. You help fill the void in my heart left by the Speed Channel. I appreciate you, Gordon. Yeah, we keep them going all season, and I'm gonna dabble into some other just not necessarily news, but I dabble into some other stuff in the off season where I make not necessarily a documentary, but just an interest topic or something like that. I guess would be the best way of describing it. You know what Gina says? One wise guy. It's called star washing or something. You build it up so when someone experiences the product, it can never live up to the expectation termed up from hearing how great Star Wars was for 27 years. Yeah, that's a great term for it. And that is exactly how I feel about Star Wars. After hearing people talk about how great it was for so long, I was like, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like everything they made it out to be, for sure. And right now, I'm currently blind. I mean, I've either got something in my eye or my glasses are fogged up or something. But it was driving me insane. So here we go. All right, it was the glasses. They were fogged up. Let's see. BB fits in everywhere, says one wise guy. Little Caesars commercial I just played on my TV, says in between the lanes. BB, what's the worst pizza, Little Caesars or Tony's Pizza or Lunchables Pizza? Lunchables Pizza by a slim margin over Little Caesars. But yeah, Tony's Pizza, you can't go wrong with Tony's Pizza because you just add cheese to it and your own toppings. So you can fix a Tony's Pizza. Remember when Subway had athletes promoting their own sandwiches? The Russell Wilson one was taken off the menu because he is cringe, says Gina. Yeah, I'll tell you what the best one that I had. I haven't tried all of them, but the best one of the Subway athlete sandwiches was the Patrick Mahomes, because it is basically just a buffalo chicken sandwich with extra cheese. So that was my favorite because buffalo chicken is my go-to if I go to Subway. What's up, Larson Nation? What's up, Sean Moore? Larson is going to get it done today, according to these stats and me. So we'll see. We'll see how it actually plays out, though. Good luck to everybody's driver, by the way. Bojangles or Wingstop? I like Bojangles over Wingstop, but Wingstop does have some interesting flavors. I thought it was Earth 2. Bojangles has the better honey mustard dipping sauce. So and Wingstop has good. They have good sauces, but their dry rubs are not necessarily on point. I thought it was Earth 2 when Happy said Joey is leader for NASCAR Cup drivers. Plus, I live in North Carolina, so I have a Bojangles bias. So there's part of that too. I thought it was Earth 2 when Happy said Joey is a leader for NASCAR Cup drivers. I mean, he has a point. There's just a lot of fans that don't like Joey Logano. The cheese curds at Culver's were good. I tried it in Illinois a few years ago. Greasy burgers, though, you can see through the bag. Yeah, so some people like the greasy burgers, some people don't. So that's just going to be up to your preference. I like I don't know. It just depends on the burger. I like a juicy burger, but not necessarily a greasy one. There is a difference. One wise guy, going with the 5 for the win there. Gluck is a schmuck, and Ben Rhodes is the luckiest man in professional sports. I share in his astonishment at being a 2-time truck champion, says Matt Hunter. Our cheese curds, cottage cheese, I'm new. I think it's just fried cheese, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's scraped off. It's somehow like it's scraped off the top. I forgot how they make cheese curds, but I don't know if it's cottage cheese or not. I'm not familiar with what cottage cheese actually is. So North Carolina barbecue is vinegar based, says one wise guy. It is for sure. I want to say Hawaiian barbecue is also vinegar based. That they cook in the ground and stuff, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Because I watch all these history things, and they always talk about how Hawaiian barbecue and North Carolina barbecue are similar, and they're always wondering as to why that is. Flash Gordon better than Star Wars. Queen soundtrack, says Jenna Allison. So there you go. That was an epic soundtrack for Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon makes an appearance in Ted the Movie, the little talking bear. Fun fact. I think Texas barbecue is well smoked beef brisket, and Carolina is pork. And I can't find anything wrong with either of them, says Sonny V. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, barbecue is barbecue. You can't really go wrong with it. Kansas City style barbecue, as far as red barbecue goes, is actually one of my favorites because it's kind of a combination of vinegar based and red barbecue. So Kansas City style is really good too. Yeah, Texas is all about the cow. Carolina is all about the hog. That is a fact, Sonny V. You should look up into the blue light glasses for your PC. The Harvick sandwich was good, says one wise guy. I definitely need to get probably a set of blue light glasses. I remember having Lunchables when I was in elementary school. Says in between the lanes, maybe Jersey Mike's or Subway. I like Jersey Mike's better, but I'm good either way. DiGiorno croissant crust is the best frozen pizza. I like that somebody's got a stuffed crust frozen pizza now. Those are I like a stuffed crust. That's my go-to. I'm glad Papa John's has a stuffed crust now, so that I've got more options. Hey BB, I hope Blaney does work today. But I can remember there has never been a manufacturer to win all 3 championships at the same time. Well, Ford's got as good a chance as they're ever going to have because Ryan Blaney is fast. If you look at the speed charts, it's going to be between him and William Byron. But if you look at the numbers overall, all time, Kyle Larson has a slight advantage, but it's not much. But you can throw a blanket over Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Kyle Larson as far as practice speeds and numbers go. But that being said, if you're picking a driver to win the race, actually Kevin Harvick has the better numbers here, followed by Joey Logano. Mark Barnum, we cut up a hammered out tenderloin into nuggets and fried them that way. Called them pig and nuggets. Serve them on a toothpick with a pickle slice and onion and dip it in sauce, says Charlotte. I have never had that. That's one food I can say I've never had or even heard of. Jimmy John's, says Gina. Yeah, Jimmy John's is good. I like Jimmy John's too. Mark, try cooking on a pizza stone. Pizza stone's good for sure. I want Harvick to win today, says T-Van. Good luck to the number 5. I appreciate it. Let's see. That is the only way, one wise guy. I want Kyle Larson to win, but no matter who wins the championship, I feel like they're all, unless we get like a Truck Series situation where the race is awful. I feel like no matter who wins the championship is just going to be a really good story today, especially if Kevin Harvick wins the race and somebody else wins the championship. BB, so is Lunchables Pizza the worst here on Earth 1? Lunchables Pizza is undefeated. It's the worst on Earth 1 and the worst on Earth 2. Undefeated. It's one of those things that's universal. Lunchables Pizza is the worst thing I think I've ever tasted in my entire life. Hated it. Hated it. I hope Larson. It was so excited when I got it as a little kid. Absolutely hated the Lunchables pizza. The regular Lunchables little sandwiches, amazing. Lunchables pizza, yeah. I hope Larson don't hit. You can quote me on that too. Yeah. I hope Larson don't hit the flag tower today. He says William Tire. I don't know. Like the year he won, he brushed the wall and got faster. So maybe he can pull off another miracle. The year he won the championship, I should say. Sounds good. Charlotte says Mark Barnum, Hunt Pizza, the king of worst pizza on earth. One, yeah. So as far as one you can actually buy that's already pre-cooked for you, that's Hunt Brothers. Grab you a hunk of junk. Let's see here. Say Kyle Not Kyle, Elite Precision posted or retweeted the graphic showing like 30 statistical categories of leaders and trucks, and Ben Rhodes wasn't on a single one of them, but still won the championship. It's wild. Yeah, it's like I said, my problem is more with the system, but the system was as exposed as it's ever going to get exposed in that truck race. You said epic. I love that word. I appreciate you there, Gina. It's definitely a good word. You never had Mr. P pizza. Then Jamie says one wise guy. I like Jersey Mike's as well. BB says in between lanes. Yeah, Jersey Mike's is a go-to. A lot of people are leaving this one off the list as far as sub sandwiches go, since we're talking about subs. But it's hard to beat Publix. When I visited Florida, a lot of the Florida people that watch the channel told me I needed to get a pub sub. So Publix subs, you have to put them in the mix as well. BB, do you like Little Caesars stuffed crust? I hate everything Little Caesars, so but it might be good, but I haven't tried it. So I refuse to eat Little Caesars if I can help it. It's crazy to think you could win every single race until Phoenix, break a tie, and then the final race and would not be champion, says Say Kyle. That's true. Do you guys have Firehouse subs? Hook and Ladder is awesome. Firehouse is really good for sure. A little pricey, but definitely worth the price. Harvick is greater than Harvick wins the championship. Harvick wins the race. Blaney wins the championship. Could I get that any more wrong? Rest in peace, Chandler. Best is Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, or Firehouse subs, says OJ and Toothpaste. Yeah, that's a good combo right there. That's a good combo of subs. I would throw Publix in there too. I know not everybody has a Publix near them, but Publix has a good sub too. Hey, what up, BB? How you doing? Doing good, Chrome Diesel. Hope you're doing good as well. I can't do Jersey Mike's because the service is horrible. So yeah, you got to go on the app. Go on the app and order the sub, and then just pick it up. That's the go-to with Jersey Mike's as far as that goes. Harvick for the win, or Rowdy for the Harvick or Rowdy for the win, and Bell for the champion. So Gina going with C Bell or Harvick or Rowdy. Rowdy had a little bit of speed there in practice, so he might have something to say about it. Go number 5, says William Tire. 7-Eleven pizza versus Hunt Brothers. What's the worst? Oh, that's a tough one. I have a 7-Eleven bias, so I'm going to say Hunt Brothers pizza is worst. What's up, Kyle and everyone? Says Dev Finch. What's up, Dev Finch? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Papa Murphy's. Take and Bake rocks, says Mark Barnum. I haven't had those. Papa Murphy's is the bomb, says Gina. What should I use or start the race? A Blizzy, a gas mask, a liquid-filled glass piece, or a bowl. Either way you want to go with it. Vaporizer, maybe. I don't know. But probably would be better on the lungs, but that's up for debate. Let's see. Publix. I tell you what, 3 Chi. So there we go. We'll go. Rowdy Bush plug there, like this. Like, go 3 Chi and save your lungs. So Publix subs are goated. I'm convinced God has a chicken tender pub sub for lunch every day. So say Kyle. So there you go. Florida man has entered the chat and has backed up that Publix is where it's at. They also have a good. I think the one I had was turkey and something. The other, I've had the chicken tender one too, really good. They have another one that it was like turkey and honey mustard or something. I forget what they call it, but that one was really good as well. Publix has brick hard bread, says William. The one I went to was good. It was actually really good. Like dislike, laughing at like dislike is Gina. What's a good tip, BB? That's a good tip, BB. Thanks, says one wise guy. I like the way you think. Says like this, like I went to Jersey Mike's for the first time in Cheryl Ford, NC yesterday, and their Philly cheesesteak was the bomb, says Jamie. So there you go. I've never had a bad sub from Jersey Mike's. I'll be honest with you. Service at any restaurant can be spotty though, so I'm not gonna put that on them. How about Sheet subs? When there's nothing else open, Sheets and Wawa are the go-to for me. I know everybody's like, oh, you got to go to the Waffle House or the Huddle House. To me, Sheets and Wawa is the best late night food. Sheets run and done, my friends. They had a good looking RCR car when Tyler Reddick was driving for him as well. Laughing my butt off at like dislike, says OJ and Toothpaste. I'm against the winner take all single race finale format and affirm my approval for a 12 race, 4 round, 3 race per year round format, says Matt Hunter. Rosemary Parm Bread. Oh, that's you know about it in between the lanes. Rosemary Parm Bread is good at Jersey Mike's. So, yeah, whatever sub you get from Jersey Mike's, definitely get the Rosemary Parm. Let's see. William, you must have made someone mad at the deli, and now they just give you week-old bread or something, says say Kyle. Yeah, I mean, any restaurant can be bad, but I've never had the brick hard bread from Publix, at least not yet. Bones with the super chat, and there's the fist bump, my friend, with the fist bump emoji. As always, let's see here. You can buy Papa Murphy's with food stamps, says Charlotte. So there you go. What can I say? I live in the Evergreen State, says Gina. I live in the Sticks. The nearest chain food is 20 miles away. Only pizza close is Casey's. Casey's has a strong following for sure. Good afternoon, says Camaro 50. What's up, Camaro 50? So yeah, if you want to check out the Discord, I remember Camaro 50. If you want to check out the Discord, the Baloney Stand, make sure to check that out on Discord. Maybe are you going to smoke one dipped in hashish to start the green flag today at Phoenix? I'm not because it's take and bake, says one wise guy. Championship Sunday dinner is Swedish meatballs over egg noodles. I have to function today for the post race, so there will be no partaking. Championship Sunday dinner is Swedish meatballs over egg noodles with garlic and cheese biscuits, says BB. So there you go. Hard to beat a Swedish meatball on a cold day. Let's see. In all seriousness, the green is better for peeps than other stuff, says Gina. For sure. I'm not an expert at any of that, but that seems to be the consensus. BB, who's the best? Who has the best Philly cheesesteak? Philadelphia. Geno's. No, what's the one? Is it Geno's or Pat's? The one that's actually like a fast food sandwich. The other one's a little too polished. So I'm gonna go. I think it's Pat's that's not polished. So I'll go Pat's on that one. But Highway 55, if you're going for a chain restaurant, has a pretty good cheesesteak. Yes, because it's take and bake, says Charlotte. I love Wawa subs. Yeah, Wawa subs are pretty good, especially when nothing else is open. What's your go-to sub at Jersey Mike's? Everybody likes the number 13. I like the chicken Philly. So I go chicken Philly, but just about everybody likes the number 13, which is an Italian type of sub. If the race is rigged, Byron wins. If it's not scripted, Larson for the win. Rick Hendricks said the exact same thing for Larson before the race. It should be pretty special to see the 24 win. Same for the 5, says Mountain Grizzly. Yeah, so if you're a Hendrick fan, you got a 50% chance to win this one here. Byron will win, says Walter Flair. BB, I can tell you, you've had some bad experiences with Little Caesars. Was it the sauce? Just the crust. To me, the crust ruins Little Caesars. If we're really going to break it down, the crust that I've had from Little Caesars has never been good. It's always been like it tastes like cardboard, and it's not spongy. It's always just really bad. Bumblebee, what time is dinner? Says Gino. Says she's coming down. She's coming down to Georgia to hang out. I'm going for Larson, but I wouldn't be shocked if Blaney or Byron takes it. Says that's bad TV. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these guys win today. And I think anybody who wins today is probably going to be a pretty good story. Gina now, LOL, says B. So you better get in your helicopter and make it quick, Gina. I like all 4 of these guys. That said, I hope today is a complete dumpster fire, says Bo Darvel. So he just wants the point system to change is what he's getting at there. Casey's Pizza is legit. I was super stoked to see KFB running not just a Casey's car, but a Casey's Pizza car, says Charlotte. A lot of people were stoked about that. Thanks for the hard work all year, buddy. I love the live streams. I have to go with Larson today on my birthday. Happy birthday, Enzo. And I'm going with Larson myself, not only because he's one of my favorite drivers, but also because the numbers bear it out that he is the best here. Even though it's a slight percentage, he is the best by the numbers. Glock has posted some cool pictures and videos on the Discord. So, yeah, if you want to check out the Discord, Glock has been over there working overtime. So, good man. Good man. I wish I could pay him, but I can't. 2024 championship pick, says Enzo. Casey's a cool little store from back east. I went to one by St. Louis, says one wise guy. Core memory unlocked. We got cases of Casey's pepperoni pizza store once, and my dad went to grab the first slice, and the toppings held on. So he just about pulled the crust and shouted, effing grease bomb, says Charlotte, like 35 years ago. I never got a cheesesteak at Jersey Mike's, but I can't go wrong with the original Italian. Yeah, for sure. Like that's what I was saying. Like that's pretty much everybody's favorite is the Italian on parm bread. Number 13. I've even got it memorized. Pulling for Byron, but my pick is Larson. Says Dirty Def. I think it's going to be a good race. Casey's is in almost every town in Iowa with a population of 1,000. Charlotte, you just made me spit out my drink. That's hilarious, says Gina. Hey, EB says, say Kyle, Mike's Way as well for a Jersey Mike. So, yeah, I like Mike's Way myself. I'm surprised Glock woke up so early. He's been partaking, says one wise guy. Yeah, Glock goes hard or he doesn't go at all. I would be surprised if Bell won just because he's not a great at Phoenix like the other three, says Dirty Def. Yeah, he's going to be the wild card. So, I mean, if you want to take the wild card for action purposes, Christopher Bell is going to be your best wild card. BB, are you good at playing slots? Nobody's good at playing slots and gambling in Vegas, says OJ and Toothpaste. I don't know. The best gambling is not to gamble on the games there. Sports betting is the closest thing to playing the stock market, except the returns are almost instantaneous within a few hours. So sports betting, in my opinion, is going to be, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, is going to be your best bet as far as gambling goes. You can play it just like you would play if you treat it just like you're playing stocks. It's pretty much the exact same thing except a more rapid return. Glock says he only gets 6 hours sleep a night tops, says Camaro 50. There you go. That's all he needs. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I'm the advocate for Ryan Blaney. My client is ready to become your reigning, defending, undisputed champion of the world. I like this. Like, that's not Paul Heyman. That is Bruce Buffer, but I like doing Bruce Buffer, so that's what you got. Jamie Schweitzer, BB, who do you think, which active driver will be the next to retire after the 2024 season? Oh, got to be Truex, man. Like, I feel like it's going to be Truex. I feel like he's been thinking about it for too long, so he's probably closer to doing it. I don't think it's ever been a thought in Hamlin's head, at least not yet. So I think Truex is going to be the next one. There's going to be a caution late. The 24 is going to either hold or retake the lead, and that number one pit crew install. That's all she wrote, says Kyle. So you can't negate the pit selection. That is a huge factor at this race, as you saw. In the Xfinity series, Justin Allgaier gained several spots on pit road. Unfortunately, had a long run car, so couldn't take advantage of it. BB, do you like the show King of the Hill? I do like King of the Hill, OJ and Toothpaste. I was surprised by Blaney and Bell qualified outside of the top 10. I think Blaney doesn't surprise me because he's got a long run car, but Bell, usually the Toyotas, if nothing else, Toyota's good at qualifying, so that was a little bit of a shock. But I'm sure they just went conservative for a race trim. Would be my guess. Final thoughts before today's race: Kyle Larson. I think that's my final thoughts. That's who I'm picking. That's the only thing anybody wants to know. So I'm picking Kyle Larson for the win. Outside chance that Kevin Harvick gets the win and Kyle Larson gets the championship, but I don't know. Since I picked it, I'll probably be wrong. I never knew scratch tickets were a form of gambling, says Gina. They are considered gambling. There have been people. There was a famous case. I need to look it up, but it might be an urban legend. But I do remember a story about a couple had to go to Gamblers Anonymous or something because they wasted their mortgage on scratch-off tickets. Congrats, Cole and JT from last night, says James Bruce. BB talking food and NASCAR, not a bad combo, says in between lanes. Two of my favorite things. My brother was an addict of both gambling and alcohol. It didn't work out well, says Charlotte. Yep, those two, for whatever reason, seem to be linked. You see a lot of that a lot of the time. I used to go to a dog track back in the day, and I do feel like the stock market is gambling too, but it's just a more accepted version of gambling. BB, do you see Ryan Newman possibly winning today? Yeah, for sure. Ryan Newman's got a good car. He's good at this track. Like I said, any of these drivers would not surprise me. I start all four championship drivers at the back, make things more challenging. or give them the option to start at the back. Like if you start at the back, you get passing points. Like let's go full late model with it. Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy says Gina. A friend of mine hit $500,000 on a slot machine at the Tampa Hard Rock Casino a couple of months back. And as long as that friend stops playing slot machines right then and there, they will always be a slot machine winner. But eventually, the one-armed bandit will take all that money back over the course of a period of time. I once won a turkey at Thanksgiving bingo, says Gina. Hey, there you go. Bingo underrated. Didn't the past champion used to get the first pit stall, says like dislike? I'll have to look that up. I don't remember. Who will win the Owners Championship today, says Jamie Schweitzer. I think you're right. I think the current champion, I think, did get pit selection in some way, shape, or form. I don't remember exactly how that worked, but you're onto something. I do remember what you're talking about. Who will win the Owners Championship today, says Jamie Schweitzer. Oh, that's a good question. Well, it's going to be whoever wins the race because the 9 car got eliminated in the round of 8. So probably the 24. Probably the 24 or the 5. That's what I'm going with today. I don't know exactly how the owners' points work, but if they carry over any of the wins or anything like that, the 24 should have the advantage in wins like that. I need to look up how the owners' points work for the final race. So if anything carries over, I would lean toward the 24. But if it's just straight up, then I'm picking Kyle Larson to win the championship. So the 5 would win the owners' points as well. I need to look up the owners' points and how it's structured. That's something I've actually never looked into. BB, what's worse, Sonic or Little Caesars? I would go Little Caesars. I'm just anti-Little Caesars. It used to be so good back in the day. So there was a significant shift in how Little Caesars operates. And back in the day when it was pizza, Little Caesars was really good. They had like just this really long sheet of pizza, and it was amazing. It was thin crust. It was one of the best pizzas you could get. Then they changed the formula, and it is just not good anymore, in my opinion. So I would go Little Caesars because at Sonic at least you can get a slush. Some lady sold her house and bought like $200K in scratch offs and won like $70K back. Says say Kyle. So there you go. She only lost 140. Stock market is high class gambling. Yeah, that's another one. Too. Good point, say Kyle. Especially in Florida, if you know anything about the history of Florida and real estate, that's it's win or go broke. Stock market is only gambling if you aren't the 0.01%. That's true. I prefer poker. I'd rather gamble against random people than gamble against the house. Says say Kyle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't play games where you play against the house. I guess that I should have clarified that. You can also, like, poker is one of them, and then of course sports betting would be the other option. I'm wondering if and poker is actually skill, so you can become skilled at poker and better your odds, but there's always some luck involved in it. Wondering if Chase Elliott is going to show any speed today, or is he already on vacation? That's a good question. And if you really want to make poker money off of poker, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, don't sit at the tournament table. Sit at the side tables for the people that just got bounced out of the tournament, because they're going to be in a bad mood and they're going to piss away some more money if you're just patient. So there you go. There's your take it from me. Poker Stars Wonder. Bologna Burger. There you go. I wonder if Chase Elliott is going to show any speed today, or is he already on vacation? It's a good question. Hendrick has showed up with speed, so we'll have to see. The Miami Dolphins are a Lamborghini against bad teams. When they face good teams, they are a broken down Chevy Cavalier, says OJ and Toothpaste. I understand, man. 49ers just lost 3 games in a row, so I feel your pain. BB fan for life. Just saying, says Gina. I appreciate you, Gina. Spot on about Little Caesars. Used to be great when they were mostly in camp. Yeah, they were so good back in the day. I don't know what happened, man. I skipped school and played euchre at the bar. I'm not sure what that game is. So I'll have to look that one up. I know Omaha is like a big one that a lot of people get into that played for a long time, which is a series of 5 or 6 different games. BD, is there an off season for NASCAR on Earth 2? No. We just keep it going. My friend banked the money and hasn't gone back. Says Camaro 50. That's the smartest thing to do. The only time to play slot machines is if you've got like $5 and you're sitting at McCarran and you're waiting for your flight. Just throw some money in there while you wait. That way you're not really gambling. You're just killing time. Who remembers the Disney World NASCAR track? now a parking lot. Yeah, so that was like a super big deal back in the day. I don't did they even ever run a race there? They might have ran one race there in IndyCar or kart. Sitting the third seat seems to get better hands, says one wise guy. LOL, forgot Chase was in NASCAR. I remember when people swore Byron was the third or fourth best HMS driver. LOL, says Say Kyle. Then he will clean everyone out on the last lap and say he never touched anyone, says M43 videos. BB, Little Caesars versus Target Cafe Pizza. I've never had Target Cafe Pizza, so I couldn't give an opinion on that one. I didn't even know Target had pizza, so that's there's not a Target anywhere conveniently located near me. Although I did go to one 2 or 3 times when I was at Daytona, walking from the Bass Pro Shops to the Targets. In my opinion, Hendrick has his faves, and when they aren't performing, he kind of disses them. Example, Elliott. He's just competitive. He's just very much he's very competitive. And unless you're like a Jeff Gordon or a Jimmy Johnson, he's always going to look out for you. Don't get me wrong, but he's just very competitive. And until you prove it, he's going to be sort of a front runner, especially at the end of the season when he's going for a championship. He's just a competitive dude. When they all do, man. They all do. There's the famous picture of Joe Gibbs looking super sad when Brandon Jones wins the race, and Joe Gibbs is super sad because Ty Gibbs wrecked or something. So they all have their favorite. Well, that one's a little bit more like that's family oriented, but everybody has their favorites. RCR, they've got their favorites, right? So they might not want to admit it in public, but every race car team owner has their favorites. Just like every parent has their favorite child. They ran a truck race at the Disney track. Now it's part of the Magic Kingdom parking lot. There you go. What a waste. What a waste. Another terrible, unbelievable. We will boycott. Let's see here. BB, how far is the drive to the grocery store? Oh, for me, a drive to the grocery store, the closest one, if you're not counting a Dollar General, is like 15 or 20 minutes. BB, didn't someone try to break into your truck when you were sleeping at Daytona? They didn't try to break in. They just saw me. I was sleeping in a Honda. I had the seat laid back, and I was clearly sleeping because the windows, you can see through them. They're not tinted or anything. So this dude just like slams his door as hard as possible and is looking me directly in the eye when he does it. So he woke me up on purpose. He was just being something else. But that's okay. That's okay, because if that situation ever happens again, I've got my little pocket kit with my tool for valve stem, the valve stem tool. So if it ever happens again, it'll be handled. Fear not. Let's see. He will come back and he will need air. He will need air for his tires, and then he will realize he needs valve stems as well. Let's see, because air is not going to cut it. So it's going to be 2 trips to the store for him. BB, how far is the drive to the grocery? I just read that one. However, I'd rather be competitive than lame, says Gina. For sure. OJ and toothpaste, steal. So Billy Big Hat is greater than Chase Elliott. Yeah, Chase is always going to be more popular, but as far as talent ceiling, Larson, Byron, Elliott, and Bowman. So there you go. There's Charlotte's order of the Hendrick drivers. Larson shops at Target week for sure. That's not that bad. I remember that live stream. You were smoking angry. Yeah, I was. It's just the fact that he did it on purpose. I don't care that he woke me up. It's the fact that he was looking directly in my eyes when I woke up. That's what irritated me. So yeah, if he parks beside me again, he should probably show some respect. BB, were you ready to fight it? I was too tired. I was too tired for any of that nonsense. I'm not trying to visit the. I'm not trying to visit one of those in Florida. I've visited enough of them. Let's see. Poor Bowman is the redheaded stepchild. It's only a matter of time until Evie comes to her senses and becomes a Byron fan. She called him handsome the other day, so she might be off the Alex Bowman train. She might be onto the fast Willie B. Laughing my butt off, BB. You're not joking around, OJ. I mean, like it was so stupid that it was so obvious they did it on purpose. Like he thought it was funny, and I guess he thought I was going to wake up and have a laugh with him. I was not. I was tired, man. Like it's so hard to sleep in a car when you just lay the seat back. And I'd finally gone to sleep, and he woke me up. So I don't know what his problem was. So I don't know. There's always non-violent ways to handle it. So that's the non-violent way that'll get handled next time. Bowman is not bad. He just has next 20 years MPD and two of the top talents on the sport in his team. BB, what's your reaction when Kyle Larson got suspended a couple years ago? It was deserved. Like, you can't say something that's stupid and not get suspended. Honestly, I never thought he would come back, but then he went on the world's greatest winning tear of all time. So I don't think if he doesn't go on that dirt winning streak, I don't think you see him back. So glad that he served his time and got better and did what he had to do to get better. But like, yeah, it was. I honestly thought, I was like, that's the end of him. So I'll just be honest with you. But he did everything he needed to do, and he got himself right and came back. You show him some Florida hospitality and put a 45. Your vehicle is an extension of your castle doctrine in Florida, says say Kyle. I forget the first word, long, deep, and long, wide, deep, and frequently, says Jenna. If Happy wins today, I bet he does his victory lap backwards with 3 fingers. That would be cool in tribute to the Intimidator. Someone upset me once. I wished I had a stem tool. Regardless, I emptied 4 tires completely. Distressed black ninja style in a neighborhood full of houses and dogs. BB, if that incident happened in Florida 20 years ago, would it have been a very, very different story? A, it wouldn't have happened because I wouldn't have gone to sleep. And B, I would have been Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, because I would have had some of that Capitan Morgan in me. So it would have went very differently. I probably would have headbutted his fist and then tackled him, and then there probably would have been other stupid stuff that happened. Went to the Indy Racing League at Disney in 1996. Remember the whole grandstand moving when the crowd stood up? Oh my God, that's so terrible. Brickyard, that's awesome. It's terrible, but awesome at the same time. Larson went on a full-time learning apology tour in the community. Didn't release press on it. And by the way, won all of the races in his off time. Larson is built different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, not only did he went through the NASCAR type stuff too, but he did his own stuff. Like, he really took that seriously. That's what a lot of people, I know a lot of people are always going to hate him, but he actually took it way more seriously than a lot of people realize. But that being said, even though he took it seriously like that, I think without going on that winning streak, I don't think you see him back. Not at least in a Hendrick car. He meet my boyfriend, Sig Sauer, says Jenna. So there you go. That's definitely was not expecting the conversation to take this turn. But yeah, we're fixing to get this race in, so I'm going to go check the pre-race. So I'm going to hang out here for like 5 or 6 more minutes, and then we'll go check out the pre-race. BB, do you have a black belt in karate? I do not have a black belt in karate. Not at all. I was more of a wrestler. I'm built more for wrestling, so if I can get in close to you, you're going on the ground. I'm going to avoid people throwing punches at my face, if at all possible. If it's a one-on-one. If Larson doesn't do what he did, let him go from CGR in the first place. Does he ever leave Chip Ganassi Racing? Is Chip Ganassi Racing still in NASCAR? So is that the best thing to ever happen to Larson? I'm not going to say it's the best thing that ever happened, but it certainly sent him on a different career trajectory. He was always rumored to be going to Hendrick, so I think that would eventually happen. Does it happen as soon as it happened? It probably accelerated that move happening. But that being said, if Kyle Larson stays, let's argue it the other way. It's now Kyle Larson and whoever else at Trackhouse, right? Do they dump Daniel Suarez to get Ross Chastain, or is it Daniel Suarez and Kyle Larson? So there's all kinds of ways you can go with that one. What's the Nissan project? One wise guy. I will share this much. It will be a circle track project, whereas the Fiat is not going to be a circle track project. So that's going to be that's as much as I can give you right now. So that's why I got 2 projects going, because I know everybody, when they see the other project, are going to be like, "You're a NASCAR channel. How come you're not racing in circles?" So I preemptively saw that argument and got in front of it. But past that, I just want to save it for the videos. I don't want to be like Will Smith's bald-headed wife and tell the whole book before the book is published. Let's see. It's Seguana in here, Gina. So Seguana Life says, say Kyle. Let's see here. Galactopuses and Seguanas. That seems to be the choice here. Let's see. Enjoy the race today, everyone, says Camaro 50. Happy race day, friends, says Gina. U2 50 says one wise guy. Thanks, BB. Now my kids want to know who I like better. You're welcome. Like this, like you need to play it out too. Like, look, you're number one right now, but number two, I need you to be working to be number one, because here's what you need to do to be number one. Work it to your advantage, my friend. Work it to the advantage. Is Keselowski back? Says Willow Spicewood. Yeah, Keselowski's going to race today. I feel like Larson would have gone to SHR if CGR contract just expired under normal circumstances. Tony Stewart wanted him really bad. So that is a fair statement to make as well. Little Caesars deep dish is imagine Kevin Harvick and Kyle Larson. That'd be a good combo over there. Little Caesars deep dish is pretty decent, says Bo Darville. It might be like the ones I've had around here. They're just not doing a good job at the ones around here. Pizza Inn for the win. That's another one. I don't know if that's a chain everywhere, but it's pretty popular around here. Later, I'll join the Discord and chat during the race, says Mark Barnum. There you go. The Discord is in the house. Larson should be driving the 14, says Chris Cox. One wise guy says nice. I think so. He had Custer qualify for him, says 50. Siguana, I like that, says Jenna Allison. There's the link to the Discord if you want to check it out. Do you think Tony Stewart starts out the team meetings when Larson wins the races and says he could have had him before, didn't let us? He might not actually start it out like that, but he definitely thinks it in his head. Laughing my butt off. Kids compete for my love, says Shah. It's a valuable life lesson. If you're number two, the best way to help your case is to get your dad a beer out of the fridge. LOL, says Say Kyle. So there you go. Gina Allison saying what's up, and thanks for another great show, says Jamie Schweitzer. Pizza Boy and Pizza Inn are here in Bama, says Dirty Def. So there you go, Pizza Boy and Pizza Inn. Yeah, so those are underrated as well. All right, that looks like the end of it. So you guys enjoy the race. Hope your favorite race car driver does well, especially if it's Kyle Larson. And until the race is over, I'll check you after the race. Peace.